What's up guys, it's Matt from TDM Style here. Welcome back to the channel once again for another hair product review, and today we are finally taking a look at Samson's hair pomade. So this is something that I've had for what feels like forever. I honestly don't remember how long ago it was that they sent this to me, and I've been using it for a while and I just kept meaning to get to it and other shit kept getting in the way, so we are finally here. Also, if you're wondering if I'm wearing the same sweatshirt as the last video, you would be correct, because I filmed these back to back. Work smart, not hard, bitch. Fancy. So if you're not familiar with Samson's, they are a Michigan-based kind of small batch homebrew operation. They've got a pretty decent handful of products, and as I mentioned, yeah, today we're taking a look at their, I guess I would call this their flagship product, perhaps. This is their hair pomade. Now, my label says matte finish on it, but they've since actually updated their labels. So if you were to buy it now, the label says semi-matte finish, and in like the description on their website, they call it more of like a, you know, semi-matte or natural finish to it. So with that being said, let's crack right into this bitch and start out with packaging and pricing. So taking a closer look at this packaging, this comes in your kind of barbershop standard 4-ounce or 113-gram aluminum tin with stick-on labels on the lid and underneath. And their labeling is just this very, you know, minimal black and white. You just got Samson's hair care, matte finish hair pomade, and then on the underside, just some directions on how to use it. As far as the pricing on this, it comes in at $18, but they do actually have a sale on right now. So right now you can get it for $12.60. However, I just noticed on their website, it says it's 3 ounces. This is definitely a 4-ounce container, so I don't know if they've actually changed the size of their containers or not, or maybe this is mislabeled and it's supposed to say 3 ounces. I'm pretty sure this is a 4-ounce jar. But anyway, yeah, so either way, it's a lot of product. You don't need a lot of it. Next up, we gotta talk about that scent. Now this is their, what they're calling their signature scent of sandalwood and bergamot, and they also call it like kind of a classic barbershop-y thing. Oh, that fucks me up good, boy! Oh. It does smell wonderful. The first thing, when I first got this and I opened it and smelled it, I was like, ooh, yeah, like classic barbershop. Like it kind of has a slightly cologne-y, talcum powdery, almost weirdly key lime type of fragrance, in my opinion. But yeah, weird nose, I guess, but you can get notes of like the, you know, citrusy bergamot and a little bit of that woody sandalwood and spices in there. It smells great. Now, as far as the ingredients are concerned, it does actually say on the underside, it doesn't have the whole ingredients list, but it says natural ingredients and essential oils are used to create a pomade with a long-lasting hold and fresh scent. Now, I'm actually looking at their website, and I don't actually see the full ingredients list here either, but it does say that it's water-based, non-soluble, natural ingredients, and their whole thing, that they have a little blurb about this pomade, and they said their whole thing is endurance. They wanted to create something with all-day hold so that you could just style your hair in the morning, leave it alone, and it would still be looking good at the end of the day. So with that, we'll move right into the demo footage, and first crack this bitch open and have a closer look at the pomade itself. So the pomade has this kind of earthy, off-white, tannish color, and scooping it out, it is very smooth and also quite thick. I guess I would say it has kind of the consistency of like a, I don't know, like whipped peanut butter or something. That's a really weird description, but yeah, really smooth, easy to scoop, easy to break down. And as soon as you start breaking it down in the hands, you will feel some considerable waxiness. And I didn't really notice this before, but this became super evident after filming that like product shot demo when I was trying to just wash this massive amount of pomade off my hand. And like, it was so waxy that the water and soap were just like rolling off of it. So it was kind of hard to wash off my bare hands, but not to worry. That's not the case when you're actually using it for styling and not just putting a blob on your hand for recording. Now, they do actually recommend that you apply this to dry hair. Yes! Got my name written all over it, so we're starting out this demo, as per usual with me, with freshly washed and blow-dried hair. Going in with the first scoop, just warm it up in the hands, go right in, and it applies very smoothly. You will feel that definite waxy presence, which has a kind of reassuring stickiness to it. but not to the point where it feels like it's ripping hairs out or anything. It is a very smooth application, but you will feel kind of the weight of it, and you'll feel it you know, I feel like that's a pomade thing, or it's just like something that has like a high wax content. Like you're gonna feel it in your hair. It's not gonna be lightweight per se, but it does offer a really nice level of control. Now, as far as the finish, I definitely agree this is like a natural to low shine finish. So I'm glad that they updated their labels to say semi-matte and say like natural finish in the description, because before I noticed that, I was like, well, it's not matte. It's just not. But it's also not shiny either. I think it's got a nice kind of healthy natural to low shine. So for me, as a person who doesn't like higher shine products, this is like a pomade that I can get behind using. And here is the final look. So I definitely, you know, I went for something a little bit cleaner. You can use this as more of like, I guess kind of a natural messy look, but it's, I don't know, to me, like the waxiness of it and just the level of control that it gives you, it lends itself to like, it's a pomade. Like it should be for a cleaner, more combed style. So here it is. Now, as far as that endurance, for this demo, I did only use one like dime size scoop, because for me, that feels like it's enough in the hair. And as you can see here, at the end of the day, this is 8 or 10 hours later. And yeah, we're still looking pretty damn good. I would say there is a slight volume deflation, a slight breakdown, which is pretty typical for me. I mean, my hair is very thick and heavy, especially now that I haven't been able to have a haircut in a while. But yeah, this is definitely one of those products that the more you use, the stronger the hold becomes. I have tested using like 2, maybe even 2.5 scoops of this, and it does really dial up the hold to be basically like set it and forget it. I just didn't do that for this particular demo footage because that's not, to me, like that much product being in my hair is just not a pleasant experience. I don't care what kind of product it is. And I think that's part of the reason why I don't typically go for pomades in general, because I feel like, you know, styling a cleaner style that's going to have some shine and waxy look to it, like you need a lot of product, and as a result, you're going to feel a lot of product in your hair. And so for me, that's just not my preferred thing. But as I mentioned, this does still work quite well and have pretty damn good endurance, even with one dime size scoop. Now, as far as the washout, it does say, you know, it's water-based, but it's not soluble, and that's true. So water is going to hit your hair, and it's not just going to come straight out. But with that being said, with any old whatever shampoo you're using, it'll come out no problem at all. All right, so overall thoughts on the Samson's Hair Care Pomade. I like this, man. I mean, you guys know I'm not a big pomade guy, so I don't typically reach for a pomade all that frequently. But if I were, this is one that I could certainly get behind using. I mean, great scent, easy application, definitely nice endurance, nice level of shine. It's not too shiny, it's not super matte. And it just, the amount of control it gives you for styling and restyling is great. And it, you know, of course it stays pliable all day, washes out easily with shampoo, smells fucking tits. Yeah, so this is a great pomade, and it definitely, this makes me, that was a weird swallow moment I just had. But yeah, so this is definitely something that makes me want to try their other products. I really want to try their clay pomade. I'd love to try their texture powder. So yeah, all in all, I think they did a great job with this. So that about wraps things up for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. As always, I have a ton more shit coming up, so if you haven't already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with everything. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. I'll see you at the next one.